what really separates people who are Elks scholars from other students out there is the ability to seize opportunities as they come, and to really, just through hard work and through perseverance, be able to overcome obstacles that are put in front of them.
Autumn Pack has surmounted numerous obstacles in her 18 years. After being born with fetal alcohol syndrome, Autumn had to navigate the foster care system while struggling with a father in jail and a mother addicted to drugs. Autumn refused to let these conditions define her. Against all odds, Autumn flourished in high school and will now be one of the first in her family to obtain a college education. With the help of her $50,000 Most Valuable Student Scholarship, Autumn will attend Ohio University to study psychology. She intends to use her past experiences to help others by becoming an art therapist.
When I was little, I had to go to therapists and stuff, so I want to be able to contribute back to the community what helped me when I was young. So I went to be an art therapist because I love art, and when I went to an art therapist, I was able to express myself, and I want to be able to help PTSD patients and children and disabled kids who may not be able to express themselves through words, but would be able to express themselves through a drawing.
Autumn is already following her passion of helping others through serving in the Ohio Army National Guard, which she hopes to continue in college. After meeting with veterans during the Most Valuable Student Leadership Weekend, Autumn's desire to serve grew even more.
I am extremely excited about going to the VA hospital because I want to ask them about their experience in the military, because I'm in the military, and I want to compare and just be able to talk about what they did and what I can do, and see if they have any advice or anything like that. So.
With her strength and resolve and the support of her Elks family, we know Autumn will continue to thrive and will touch countless lives along the way.
Just to be part of something that is so big, and I'm one person, but just being one person is I'm able to contribute so much just by being me.
Please welcome the 2014 Top Female Most Valuable Student Scholarship winner, Autumn Pack.
Good morning, everyone. Allow me to say what an honor it is to be here today as one of the Elks' most valuable students. First, I'd like to begin by telling you a bit about myself. I'm a 2014 honors graduate of Zane Trace High School from a small town of Kingston, Ohio. OH? There we go. In school, I participated in many activities ranging from soccer to track to band to art. I've been in theater, choir, drama club, science team, quiz bowl, and many more. I've also been very active in church and community service activities, such as going on a soccer-based mission trip to Peru and caring for the elderly people in my community. I currently hold a job at my local Dollar General and have been serving in the Ohio Army National Guard since November of 2012. However, I have not always had a stable and positive environment in which to develop. Growing up for me happened early, under difficult and hazardous circumstances, which caused me to live in over 30 different places with many different people and to attend at least a dozen different schools. In my 18 years of life, I have seen and experienced more than the average person does in his or her entire life. I've been victimized, pushed around, defeated, bullied, abused, neglected, and terrified. But I have always remained determined, good-willed, kind, appreciative, humble, and resilient. To combat my adversities, I focused and still continue to focus on being different than anyone else in my family. As I stand before you today, I am the first person in my family to not only graduate high school, but to do so with honors. I am the first to join the military. And I'm the first to attend college, where I plan to double major in psychology and business. Most importantly, I am the first to not only lead a sober life, but to never have been influenced by drugs or alcohol. I have struggled at times with self-doubt and insecurity while on this journey, but I have met people along the way that have provided the direction, guidance, and support that have helped me to overcome difficult situations and have helped me to be able to stand here today. So first, I'd like to thank the many teachers and counselors I've had during school for encouraging me to be the best that I can be. To name a few, there's Miss Little, Mr. Ty Wortman, Miss Nancy Robertson, and Miss Nancy Fitzgibbon. To the people who've influenced my life by always being available to help with anything, I'd like to thank the Ami family, the Higginbothams, and the Best family. Thank you for all that you've done for me throughout the course of the last 5 to 12 years. Finally, I would like to give a huge thank you to my grandmother, Phyllis Newkirk, for rescuing me from foster care, always providing me with clothing, food, and a home, and for loving me unconditionally. I don't know where I'd be without you all, but the chances of that place being where I am now are slim to none. As you can see, my trek has been a roller coaster ride. However, my journey to this stage right now has been exciting in and of itself. I began the scholarship application because my art teacher encouraged me to. After a lot of work and many agonizing weeks, I received emails that I'd progressed through local, district, and state levels until I was one of the top 500 scholars in the nation. Then, after even more work and many more weeks, I was informed that I was one of the top 20 students in the nation with the chance to visit Chicago for the very first Most Valuable Student Leadership Weekend. I was terrified. I had never been to a big city. I had no idea what to expect in an interview or how I'd get along with the new people that I would meet. Before I knew it, I was 385 miles away from home, and I was walking across an airport, but I was greeted by the smiling faces of Ashley and Kate. Then, just a few hours later, I'd met most of the other scholars and was taking a part in a very competitive game of apples to apples with them and our facilitator of said game, Jim. Our weekend went by in a whirlwind of trivia, service with our veterans, dancing, and most importantly, our new tradition of bus karaoke and our very own Elks Scholar Choir. The weekend was refreshing and probably one of the most enjoyable of my life. However, it didn't end there. The next day, at about 5 o'clock in the evening, I received a call from Debbie, Ann, and Jim, congratulating me on being a top scholar. My immediate reaction was kind of speechless at first, and then I was like, "Are you sure you have the right number?" When the shock finally wore off, I was ecstatic. Along with the scholarship, the weekend gave me many other things. I not only learned what the Elks do, but who they are, who we are. We are a family for those who don't have a family. We are hope for those who have no hope. We give back to the community in not only physical aspects such as clothing, food, or money, but we give dreams back to those who couldn't believe in them, a home for those with nowhere else to go. And we care for the people who have no one else to care for them. I learned this in less than 48 hours with an amazing group of people who, had it not been for each and every single one of you who are a part and support the benevolent and protective order of the Elks, I would have never gotten to meet. When I left the hotel on that Sunday morning, I left knowing I would have a friend in at least 20 other states who, should I ever need a hand, a shoulder to cry on, I could call on them for support. Without the Elks, this would have never been possible. For that, I must express my deepest gratitude toward each and every one of you. Thank you for giving me hope, a dream, and a family.